What is happening, everyone? Welcome back to G-Ball Vision. Today I have for you guys another exciting unboxing to dig into. Now, this is way too big of a box to put on the screen here, so I'm going to just keep it slightly off of the screen. It's a massive box that don't feel like there's a whole lot in here, and I'm not sure what is in here. But we are about to find out together here. It doesn't feel like there's a lot in here. Typical packaging here. Okay. I do know what this is. Yes. So, Workos contacted me a couple of days ago. Boy, they work pretty fast. They contacted me a few days ago and asked if I'd be interested in taking a look at one of their flashlights. And I said, yeah. Definitely would. I have gotten very interested in flashlights and making content on flashlights. So I said, sure, I would love to take a look at it. There's a couple of companies. Workos was one of them. I think I'm pronouncing that right, but you can correct me down in the comments, I'm sure, if I am not. But there's a couple of companies I really wanted to check out some of their stuff. And they were one of them, and they ended up contacting me. So let's see what we got here. We got a little lanyard for around the neck. We have a USB-C charger, which is good. That means this is going to be USB-C. And then there we have our flashlight in a little pop-it baggie. And then there are instructions in here. And then it's padded in there as well. So some nice packaging from Workos. Very nice people as well. So let's see what we're looking at. Had I known that this is what it was, I probably would have done this a little differently. But we're going to wing it. So we got eco mode is going to be 10 lumens. Low mode is 50, medium 300, high 800, and turbo is going to be 1800 lumens. And then right below that is our runtime at 1800 lumens on turbo. 1.8 hours. High, 2.3. Medium, 5. Low, 35. And eco, 100 hours. So that's pretty impressive stuff there. 1.5 meter impact resistance, or almost 5 feet. And then IP68 waterproof, which means that this will be able to, get rained on, and not that it'll survive if you throw it in, a pool of water or the river, but this can get wet and get kind of splashed and that sort of thing. So, yep, there's a little tag that you have to remove if you end up getting one of these. It is 18650. That is awesome. And the reason I say that is because I have a ton of 18650 batteries. Some good ones and some not so good ones, but that is besides the point. And so you can charge those externally via a battery charger, an external battery charger. I should have one, or I did have one around here. Not sure where it is, so we'll forget about that. Or you can plug it in and charge it. I remember back in the day, I don't know if it still holds true or not, but I remember back in the day somebody telling me, if you have the option between the USB-C plug-in or charging it as an external battery, to charge it as an external battery. Apparently that'll give it more life, and it's better for the battery. I don't know if that was true or holds true today. I typically, if it has the external battery, like an 18650 or 21700, whatever it might be, I typically will take them out and then I will charge them via a external battery charger. So you can feel free to, this is probably locked. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. So this has a tail switch and a side switch. Let's see what we got. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't put the battery in wrong, did I? That should be how it goes. Right? Oh, maybe it doesn't. There's a double spring in there. It does go this way. Okay. I didn't realize that. There's a double spring. There's a spring down here and a spring up here. So I had the battery in upside down. There we go. That makes more sense. So what do we got? So you have the tail clicky. So whatever the last mode you were on, that is going to, so we have, so it's one click. You don't hold it like some of the other ones. It's a click. And that gives you to the next mode there. Interesting. It's interesting to have these different and various flashlights. So let's click this and see if it holds. Yeah, it sure does. So that's a nice touch. And the illumination here, orange is going to mean 50 to 75% battery life. Green means 75 to 100. Red is 25 to 50. And then a flashing red light means you have less than 25%. So when we click it on here, you'll see the orange pop up. That means you got at least half the battery life left here. And then you have a semi-cranulated bezel here. You have some nice machining done. And then you have a two-way reversible pocket clip. So you could put this on a bill of your hat or, what have you. Or you can just use the normal pocket clip to slide it down in your pocket. So if you hold this down, so wait a minute here. So you have to actuate. So, oh, okay. So the tail switch is how you turn it on. And then the side switch is how you go through the various lumens that you want, or the levels or settings that you want. So if we double click, is going to be, so three clicks is going to be strobe. And then, wow. Yeah, that is pretty damn bright. That's turbo, 1800 lumens. And then, so that would be eco, that would be low there, medium, and then we do have high, and then this should go back to eco here. Yep, that's eco, and even that's not too shabby right there. I mean, 10 lumens, that's enough to, if you have to read something in the dark or whatever, that is plenty of light right there to do that, and that's going to last you 100 hours roughly. That's based on certain parameters, of course. What do they say here? Parameters are based on tests according to international flashlight testing standards, and then they have the ANSI NEMA FL1 using 3,000 milliamp hour 18650 lithium ion battery in our laboratory. So controlled environment, which is to be expected. Results may vary with different battery or under different environmental conditions, which is a given. Those specifications in that chart are not going to hold true if you are in 110 degree temperatures or you're in 10 degree temperatures. They are definitely going to vary. But, if the atmosphere and the conditions are average, say 55 to 75 or 50 to 80 or something like that as far as temperature goes, you're probably going to get close to what those specifications are on the chart there. And this is a pretty good size flashlight here. Here we have the Woobin X1. It's a little bit longer than that guy there, but definitely not as wide or thick. I think this is going to be very close to like the Warrior Mini size, the Bernite E18 size. There's the Woobin X3. I wasn't really prepared to be doing this type of unboxing right now, but that's all right. We'll wing it. There is the Lalima Metalcraft aluminum. I call it the Alley Punch. But a nice finished light here from Workos. I kind of like this order of operations. You have to actuate the tail clicky. So you have your tail clicky, and that will turn it on. Then you can cycle through your modes. And it's going to remember, if I leave it here on high, it's going to remember that as soon as I turn this on, which is a nice touch. And then if you don't need that, you can go down. If you needed more than the high, you can hit the double click and get your 1800. This is a nice little flashlight. It really reminds me of the machining and the quality that Sofrin offers, which is very, very good quality from both parts. I like the machining on this guy. It's definitely going to be a hand-filling flashlight. This is not, this is not a small light, but it's not a massive light either. This is about as big as I would want to go for EDC purposes. This is going to be if you need a lot of output or you think you may need a lot of output, whatever the situation may be. My mind kind of goes to if you're going to an area where you're not the most familiar with, you might be doing some walking, that sort of thing. Might be best to have something like this that can push those lumens out. And if you needed it as a self-defense item or something like that, or you're going somewhere that you're not familiar with and it's dark and you may not have power on the street or whatever. This is the type of thing that I would love to have with me right here. Day-to-day type things, you're out and about at work, something like this or this amount of power is going to be just fine. But something like this is going to be crucial. So Workos TD05. I believe that is the model number, right? TD05 black. 5,000 candela there, SFT 40, made in China. So they are doing some phenomenal work over there. A lot of these factories that make these lights, they are doing a phenomenal job. There is a lot of high quality flashlights that you can get these days for well under 50 bucks. I think you can often get this exact flashlight. Don't quote me, but I think like 30 bucks or maybe 40 bucks, somewhere in that neighborhood. And for this level of machining, that kind of power, and that kind of runtime, that's a decent light for the money. No question about it. Hot, so that's letting you know this will get hot. And that's always nice too, this little semi-crenulated bezel. If you did have to use this as a striking weapon or something like that, it's not a bad option to have. And I believe this is geared more towards that side of things. It's not It's geared for EDC, but not solely EDC. This is going to be a tactical-based EDC, that type of thing. That's why it is the size that it is, and that's why it has the crenulated bezel here. Even this would not feel that good right here. But that's a nice touch. They kind of guard the button here, and this is a nice feeling button too. They put some jimping on it. It's nice and textured. It's nice and soft, and it's very intuitive. As soon as I click it, it's got some nice positive clicks. Yeah, this is right up my alley, and we'll be doing a lot of different flashlight reviews here very soon, guys. We're going to be taking a look at the Wubin X3, the X1, the Workos TD05 here. A lot of flashlight content coming down the pipe, so if you're interested in that, definitely keep an eye out for it, because we have a bunch to do, and I'm excited to do it. Let me know what you think of this guide down in the comments. I would love to hear what you have to say. Let me know if you have any experience with the Workos brand of flashlights, or just let me know what your favorite flashlight company is. Love hearing from you guys. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button before you head out, and if you're new here, hit the subscribe button down below the video. I would love to have you here. Otherwise, guys, I'll catch you on the next one, baby.